Welcome to Bruce Talks, the show that's all about making crop insurance make sense. I'm Bruce Lansky, a crop insurance agent with over 25 years of experience and a producer right here in Northeast Iowa. Okay, guys, today we're going to do a little discussion on precision acreage reporting. How do we utilize our precision equipment to the fullest ability? A lot of us have this equipment. We utilize it to try to do the best management decisions we can with our yields and taking care of inputs and things like that. But has anybody really thought about how to utilize that on crop insurance? We're going to talk about that today, see how we can best utilize that equipment. Today, we have another guest with us, Kyle Keeker. He's another Momentum agent up here in Northeast Iowa. Matter of fact, he has a desk right next to me in my office up here. He's an Iowa State grad with a degree in ag systems and technology. He's got his own farming operation along with some livestock. And he's also our precision manager for our operation. So I thought, who better to talk about precision reporting of acres and eventually precision production reporting than Kyle. So Kyle, welcome today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so why precision reporting?
Most people already have precision reporting set up in their operation, which actually about 70% of producers already utilize precision equipment for their operations with planting and harvesting. So it's more of a fact of how can we leverage that and that data to help them simplify their acreage and production reporting, looking at ways where we can utilize their precision equipment that they have to help them simplify things and speed things up. Many of crop insurance companies specialize in using all of this data already to report acres and report their production. So it's just a matter of getting that set up to use it.
How hard is this? Is this very difficult to get started and utilize?
It's actually fairly simple if you're already set up using the precision equipment. The biggest thing is just making your agent aware of the desire to use precision reporting. And with that, it's a matter of getting everything organized within your farm management system to make sure it's all set up correctly to be able to record things. I know our data before we got it all organized was kind of a mess. So it's just a matter of getting things organized and the field set up correctly to where you're going to be able to report your acres through the automated crop reporting. It's really not too bad once you make your agents aware of that, because they'll help you walk through the process of how to get it set up and how to make sure that we're reporting things correctly.
All right, I'm not going to let this go without hitting on this, but you said our stuff was a mess. What do you mean by that? Was it the information not there, or as far as who was farming it?
The most common is the duplicate field names. Depending on the system, if you have a field that has an uppercase letter at the beginning and then the other field has a lowercase letter, sometimes it'll create two different fields. So you got multiple fields, and some will have the actual data in them and some won't. We also had problems with boundaries where if we planted or combine outside of the field boundary, it would create its own new field. So it's just a matter of merging a lot of fields and getting them all named correctly to where all you would have to do in the spring and the fall is select the correct field, and it should all be good to go from there. Just making sure to get rid of all the extra fields that have no data to make sure we're recording under the correct ones.
I couldn't let that go without making sure that it wasn't something that we set up wrong or doing something like that. It's more or less making sure all the data is correct.
Yeah, it's a pretty common thing. It just happens over years of data collection where fields will get duplicated or data gets just kind of misplaced.
All right, so give me a little bit of some benefits of why automated crop reporting.
This precision reporting will help speed things up a lot. It's a matter of just making sure, like I said earlier, getting it set up correctly, but then once it's all set up, it'll automatically upload all of the data to the AIP directly. It'll do it immediately, so there's no human interaction that's needed to get that done. So that speeds things up, and not having to go to the FSA office to make sure the acres are certified and then submit those to your agent and then have them submit them and get it all revised and then uploaded to the AIPs. This will do it all swiftly and quickly, and it's very easy and simple to do. That's one of the main things, is speeding things up. But then it also helps with reporting acres, like I was mentioning a little bit, is you're able to report acres to your insurance agency before you even have to go into the FSA office to report acres there. So it's simple, it's quick, and one of the big benefits with precision reporting is you're able to report only the acres that you actually planted. So if your field is, say, 80 acres, but you're only able to get 75 acres planted because of boundaries or trees or wet spots or whatnot, you're only going to be reporting the acres that you actually have planted. So you're saving on premium, and you're going to be helping improve your APH over time as well.
I thought we'd play a little game here. Reporting myths. Okay, is this true or isn't it? There's a lot of myths out there about precision reporting, and I want to just give you a chance to reply to some of these. So if I don't have individual row shutoffs, let's say I only have with disconnects on my planter, I can't report my acres with GPS. It's not going to be right.
Yeah, well, actually, the software that these IPs use and the data that gets reported out, it actually takes into account any overlap on planting maps. So if you're planting around the outside edge and then you have a little bit of overlap when you turn around, it'll automatically account for that. I gave an example earlier. Say the field's 80 acres and then it says you planted 85 acres because of overlap, then it'll automatically account for that overlap and report what you're actually planting. So it doesn't matter if you have row shutoffs or not. You're going to be able to report it accurately, and it takes into account for all of that by itself.
So that one's a myth. All right, how about this one? We report precision reporting. We get it reported before we go to certify at FSA, and we give you a summary map to take into FSA. FSA is not going to be able to take my automated crop reporting maps as a source to certify my acres. Is that true or false?
Yeah, that's false as well. You are able to provide that summary report that is outputted after planting and turn that into the FSA, and they'll use that for your acreage reporting. But one of the main things is that the CLUs must be identified, and that's why it's partially so important to have the farm management and fields all set up correctly prior to planting. So that way there's no questions there on what is qualifying for what fields, and just to make sure that everything's set up correctly.
Last one here. I need to utilize automated crop reporting in order to use precision production in the fall. If I can't do one without the other.
Yeah, that's false as well, because whether you don't have the precision equipment on the planter or if you don't have it on the combine, that's okay. You can do one or the other. You don't have to do both to use precision reporting or precision production. You are able to utilize your precision planting in the spring and still be able to report production with traditional methods in the fall, adjusting your scale tickets or storage or whatever it is, whatever the case is. You're able to still do that. And vice versa, if you don't have a way to record your precision planting in the spring, you can still use the precision production in the fall to report your production with that. The only downfall to that is to truly take advantage of the precision reporting. It's best to have the planting aspect of it, because then you're only reporting the acres that you actually get planted. So you could have planted, say, like earlier, 75 acres out of the 80 acres, but you're certifying at the FSA office the 80 acres, but you're only getting 75 planted and you're only getting 75 harvested. So there's a good reason to have your precision reporting set up for planting, and that would be beneficial in that way.
Give me a little bit of summary here real quick.
Yeah, biggest takeaways I think are you want to utilize this in your operation just because it'll help save time, efficiency, and it'll help make things a lot easier. You don't have to worry about what you planted where and when you planted it. This will take into account for all that, so you don't have to try to remember when you had things planted or what you had planted where. This will automatically do that all for you. So there's a benefit there to that. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the biggest thing is you just need to make sure that we have everything set up prior to planting to make sure everything goes smoothly. And yeah, this would be one way to help this benefit your operation.
Okay, one final thing. We all set up for this, ready to go this spring yet, or we got some work to do yet?
We got a little bit of work to do. I mean, we're pretty organized, but we just need to double check to make sure we get things listed under the correct names to make sure that they match up with the fields that are going to be on each policy. That's one of the big important things, is making sure that the names that are going to be on the policy are matching up with the fields that are being planted. So that goes into the account of making sure it's all management-wise is all set up correctly for the spring.
All right, so make sure you get that done here before we get into the field, okay? Make
Yep.
sure it's on your list. All right. Hey, so now's the time to work with your agent, basically get prepared to report these acres this spring using that precision reporting. All right, so that's going to be a wrap for today's Bruce Talks. I want to thank Kyle for joining us today and going over how precision reporting may be a good fit for your operation. If you've got any questions on how to put precision reporting into place, give Kyle or myself a call. Reach out to us on social media. Love to talk with you about how easy it possibly could be to start reporting this way. So be sure to join us next week as we break down another timely topic that's impacting your farm. It's from risk management strategies to government programs to crop insurance, so you can make confident, informed decisions for your operation. Thanks for tuning in to Bruce Talks, where we keep your farm future in focus. See you next time.